It is now my great pleasure to introduce our brand new National President, Wendy Leegel. Has been an IPA member for 17 years, instigated the opening of the Bentley discussion group and remained the convener for several years, has held roles of Vice President, Chair of the Member Committee, Deputy President, Deputy Chair of the Board Disciplinary Tribunal, a Fellow of the Financial Services Institute of Australia, a Fellow of the Australian Institute of Management and a Fellow, of course, of the Institute of Public Accountants. She's a member of the Australian Institute of Company Directors, Association of Change Management Professionals, Australian Institute of Project Management, Risk Management Institute of Australia, Human Capital Institute and Women on Boards Group. Wendy has held a huge range of senior roles specialising in risk and organisational change within the banking and financial services sector, university sector and corporate sector. She has had other board roles including Director, Risk Management Institute of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in extremely good hands. Would you please make her very welcome, our new President, Wendy Leegel.
Okay, I don't know if I can top that. He just always presents so well. Good morning and welcome to the Institute of Public Accountants National Congress 2014. I'm very delighted to be here and I'm very delighted to be appointed the President and Chair of the IPA Board. There's so many delegates. We again are really grateful for your attendance and we're really honoured and delighted again that you've decided to attend this Congress, and I'd like to officially open the Congress today. We'd also like to congratulate Andrew and the team on the format of the Congress and also the topics that we're specialised in. It's all about small business, and as we spoke about with tonight with the dinner, we're actually supporting 30 small businesses from the Hunter Valley, which is again reinforcing our focus around the small business market. And also the issues that support and face the profession for 2015. We're really blessed to have the talented presenters and also the sponsors. We already spoke about the sponsors, but without them and the speakers, our Congress wouldn't be what it is today. And our first National Congress was last year and we had great attendance, and just looking today you can see how much quality we have in the sessions. We have regulators here, we have Dr. Craig Latham, we have our regular presenter, Dr. Michael Schaefer, we have some very prominent industry presenters, and of course we have people who come from the profession themselves, from practice, and we're here to share that knowledge with you. Importantly, again, I'd also like to thank Reckon, our major sponsor. Without our sponsors, it's very difficult to be able to provide the quality of the venues and also of the speakers and so forth that we offer to you. And we have strong and ongoing support from Reckon and others, but again, we are very grateful for the relationship we have with our partner. And I also want to comment on visiting the booths out the front with our sponsors. It's really important that you actually understand how much effort they go to show you what is available today. As accountants, we need to keep up to date with our ICT, with our systems. It's about understanding how competitive those systems are. Sometimes you need to have multiple systems. I work in large corporates that do have multiple systems, and sometimes we keep them in parallel together. We have multiple telcos. Sometimes there's competitive strategies with that, so have an open mind. If you may be using one system, go and have a look at another one. Sometimes with your client you need to have a hybrid of different things available, and you need to keep up to date. So really important you go and have a look and see what's there. Lastly, I just want to comment on the IPA. We have been working really hard to make sure that our organisation and our members are supported. And in doing so, there was a vignette, if you didn't see it yesterday at the annual general meeting, talking about our growth of our organisation. There's some key stats out there. I'm sure you can have a look at, we've got a little reference material, and one of the key facts I suppose I'd like to point out is that the IPA has actually grown 6%, 5 years ago. It would be difficult to have those sort of statistics. Internationally, we've grown 15%, and in China, we've grown 23.5%. And that's a credit to Andrew and his executive team. Without Andrew, we wouldn't be where we are today. And in commenting about our CEO, and I'll be presenting to Andrew in a minute, or handing over to Andrew, I'm not sure if you're aware, but Andrew recently won an award with the Australian Financial Review BOSS. 85 key young CEOs across Australia were asked to enter into a program where they were evaluated, and then they were reduced to the top talent, and that was reduced down to 10, and then there were 6 out of that 10, so almost a 50% cull, with some very important executive, George Frazis and so forth, who were the panels looking at the CEOs and their behaviours, and Andrew came out with flying colours. We're very, very lucky to have him. I suppose one other thing I want to say before I hand over to Andrew is one of the key things that we've focused on for the organisation is our brand and our recruitment of our members. And there was a fantastic statistic that was provided yesterday in one of the sessions that I was with the board, and that was that we've increased our advertising around our roles and recruitment with major recruiters by 17%. And that's been a real focus for the board, that every time we see advertisements in large corporate magazines, in government gazettes and so forth, we want to make sure that we have the recognition that the other accounting bodies do have. So that's a fantastic improvement. We're really, really proud of that. Well done, Andrew and the team. And lastly, I just want to hand over to Andrew. And again, thank Andrew and the team for all the work and everything they've put together. You don't see all the work that they put to make sure that our Congress is something that we can really enjoy and also get a lot out of for the following year. So, Andrew, if you'd like to come up, thank you.